ghosts in Insidious. So when James, this is one of the reason that we make all of our movies inexpensively is so that we can do weird stuff and take chances. The higher the price of a movie, the less kind of risks you can take. So when James and Lee first pitched Insidious, James said that the third act of the movie, the further, was going to be exactly like a David Lynch movie. And the fun thing about making inexpensive movies is that if I were an executive and Insidious was a $20 million movie, you'd say, James, you're out of your mind. You're not making a David Lynch movie for the third act of this movie, you know? You have to, we can't do that. And happily, we were making a very inexpensive movie, so I was like, well, one of the things I often tell directors before they do these movies is, what have you always wanted to do in a horror movie, but you've always been told you can't? Like, try that. And so that's why those ghosts are such 100% James and Lee's creation, and the reason that they were able to do that and try something new is that they were, you know, we weren't working with a lot of resources, so you can take creative risks. And now we get a maze.
Exactly. And, you know, it's funny how these things come to be, you know, all these different deals that, and the people we get to work with in the filmmaking community. But last year during Horror Nights, if you've ever been on the Universal lot, particularly the back lot, and I know you know that, I know that you know this, the phone reception is horrible, right? When you're out on the back lot. You can never, like, you'll get a call and you can't hear who's calling you. And my phone kept ringing this one particular night at Horror Nights, and I didn't recognize the number, and I think I was with the producers of Walking Dead that night. So I was like, whatever. And then I got home later that night, and I thought, I should check those messages, and it was James. And he'd just gone through La Llorona, and he was like, oh my God, La Llorona. And he's like, we should work together, we should work together, we should work together. So that actually started last year, and then when Chris and I came over to Blumhouse for that first meeting with all of you guys, James, Lee, Jason, we all sat down, and then Lee told a very funny story about his experiences in Horror Nights, because we actually, you know, they were the creators of Saw. You know, if you know the Saw franchise, James and Lee created that franchise. And Lee was so excited to go to the maze when we first did it. And he brought all his friends from Australia, and they got to the scene, and if you know Saw, you know, Lee also plays the other lead character in the film. And he got into the bathroom and he knew, like, oh my God, you know, this is where my character is. And he, you know, it was like seeing it, you know, his own action figure or something. He was really excited about it, and you could see the performer's feet underneath the curtain. And he got all excited, he ripped the curtain away, and the performer was like, ah! And then he felt a tap on his shoulder from our people, and they're like, sir, come with us, please. And he's like, well, no. And they're like, yeah, you can't do that. And he's like, no, I'm the writer of Saw. And they're like, sure you are. And his friends are actually like IMDb'ing him and going, see this? This is the guy who wrote Saw. Like, yeah, come with us, sir. So,
that is true, and it went pretty far.
It went really far. But, you know, it was funny. So Chris and I's first time meeting Lee, he opens with this story, and we're like, so we almost kicked you and all your friends out of Horror Nights. Cool, do you want to do Insidious?